everybody. How we doing? How y'all been? It's been a long time. It's been a while since I've done a stream. We're here now. Anyway, how are y'all? Welcome back to the vibe. Welcome back to the tribe. It's your man, Niko, the Sun Leo V, Mr. Nick the Sack, the Tarot's back, and never left. Well, love is what we never lack, and know the best. How y'all doing? How you doing? We're back over here. It's been a journey. Well, first thing I would say is I'm gonna get a better gate for the audio, so the audio will improve. But we're over here with that broadcast sound, right? And yeah, y'all are like, where did they go? Where did Everything Tarot go? We have been on a journey, much like all of you. And yeah, it's been a wild ride, but we're happy to be here. And isn't the moment beautiful, right? It's a beautiful night tonight. I certainly invite y'all in. Welcome into the room. We're going to get some questions answered. We're going to read some cards and do what we do over here on Everything Tarot. All right? Gosh, it's been like a year, I think, since I've done a stream. So we've got a lucky question over here. Megana, another question for us. She wants to know about the physical appearance of her future husband. Okay. Interesting question. But we'll see what we can get off of that. Meanwhile, definitely put your name down below. Say hi. How y'all doing? I know it's well, I don't know. You know, it's 2 o'clock somewhere. It's 2 in the morning somewhere. Wherever you are. Where y'all coming in from? How y'all doing? Let me pull from Megana. Physical appearances. Let me catch it on the tarot. I didn't want to stay. This one. Let's see. Yeah. Physical appearance. I'm getting something of brunette. You know, I'm just getting like an energy of like strength, you know, kind of like a strong man kind of a thing. Maybe like it's very someone who's built. Hey, what's going on? Izmi, how you doing, love? I think that there's some type of like maybe they think they're always right, or things always go their way. We could also see perhaps unfair to a degree as well coming out here. Perhaps some imbalance in this connection. But maybe this is so, you know, relating this to you, you know, maybe you will feel like this individual will be like there will be an imbalance. Maybe you will be largely attracted to them and they won't, you know, I just feel like someone's more attracted than the other. With justice being in reverse here, ask about your future husband. I do feel like there's truth here, so it sits well. We're happy. Things are good. Victory, right? Meanwhile, yeah, I don't know. You know, this feeling like we're right even though we're wrong type of energy. Justice in reverse matched with Five of Swords. I it kind of feels like they're like getting it their way. I don't know. Could be a compromise on your side, if I'm willing to say. I think there's something that maybe you want from the situation or the connection. There are other matters or other values involved when it comes to approaching your mate. And so I feel like that's maybe more where you're I don't know, evening things out. So interesting. I'm getting something for like brunette, disheveled, manly, rugged. I get that he's a winner, almost like he always wins kind of a thing. Um there may be a trouble with balance in this connection, which may be worth noting as well. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting from that. Anything else? I just get that they think they're right. They think they're right about the situation, and yeah, you know, they can't be wrong. They can't be wrong. Even though I get that they're coming from a space of corruption, but I don't know. It's kind of like their game. They're controlling the board, if you will. So if you want to play, you have to play by their rules. I see you kind of playing into their dynamic somewhat. Welcome in, viewer. Definitely post your question, and I'll be happy to read for you. Sweet. I'd like to know if I'd be reconciling with my person and any advice. Sweet. That's what I'm here for. Let's connect. Let's connect. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Great to have you here. interested in reconciling. Any advice? Let's do it. Messages. Messages from your person. You take it. Messages from your person. I'll take it. You. Oh, reconciliation in the future position. Let's see. Express yourself. Express your love. Sitting in reverse. So I feel like something's unsaid. I'd like to know if I'd reconciling with my person. Any advice? Okay, so something isn't being said here. There's something that someone wants to say, right? I'm sure you have much that you need to say. All right, it's definitely a seed, wriggling loose, healing family issues, and so there might be some serious. Could have been some problems here. I don't know if it was dealing with family or the structure of the relationship. I feel like we do see reconciliation in the future position in the upright. That's blessings all day. What's up, everybody? What's up, Champagne? What's up, Andrea? How y'all doing? Welcome onto the stream. What's up, tribe? Yeah, reconciliation. So I feel like something's coming back. We could see this connection start to come back together as long as we get this healing sorted out. So there's some type of issue here. Something happened, and something needs to be said about that, right? That's the key. Definitely. Blessings. Blessings you both. Blessings you both. Awesome. Loving the energy. Calling in your soulmate. So, I mean, I feel like you're being, reach out, The messages reach out. You're being urged to reach out over here. Calling your soulmate to heal these issues that are sitting right here, right? Fix the issues, right? Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Interesting. Or forgiveness is in here, as well as healing and coming together. Maybe there's an apology of the sorts, weighing the situation. But yeah, lips are sealed right now, so yes, fix it. Express that love, and reconciliation can well be yours, my friend. It is here for you. It even came up, so that's pretty wild, pretty awesome, actually. Love that for you. Any outcome and advice? And feel free to post your questions, Champagne and Andrea. Appreciate y'all. Y'all being here is love enough. It's plenty love. Appreciate you, love. Soulmate. Look at that soulmate connection. Okay, soulmate. All right. So you know what? Lean on that, that soulmate, twin flame, right? Connection between you two, that magnetism. I don't know. Feel that. Tap into that. That's drawing you to closer, nearer and dearer, right, to each other, I feel. And but you got to say something. You got to say something, and something has to be healed. Something has to be uprooted. I'm very much getting that. There's a root or a seed, but once it's uprooted, then that seed can grow. Beautiful. So that's what I got for you. Thank you for your question. Moving through Champagne. What's happening? Will mine and Gilberto's relationship be successful? And thanks. Will do. Let's check out. Let's see what's going on with this connection. What do I want to use? This one. What? Let's go tarot. Let me tarot. Although I feel like you would like the stars here, so let's that or light workers. It's the light workers. Tarot. I feel like that's one you'd like. All right, Andrea, I got your question in. Thank you so much. All right, coolly cool. I got the one. Ooh, hot card. Lovers. Love is lovers. Yeah, I mean, this deck was just calling to me. It was like, yo, 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 yo. This is the reading for Champagne. We do have this lovers card here. I mean, it kind of came out reverse. We're going to see. I feel like things are upside down, you know. We're in a whirlpool, I feel like. We're in the whirlpool over here. But lovers is here. All right, the lovers energy. I kid you not. All right, let's get 3. 1. That's 2. That's 3. For Champagne, let's see what we got going. And talk to me. Okay. Hey, Magana, so just go back. Yours was the first read on the video. Yeah. Yeah, I connected with that energy first. So you got the first read already. Thank you for your question. All right. Bam, bam, bam. Now we did have the lovers reverse, so I'm going to keep it there because we need to orient the read. All right, so we got 9 of Wands, Judgment, 8 of Swords. 2 of Wands. Indecision. I feel like. Crossroads. Are we star-crossed lovers? Lovers in reverse. 2 of Wands in reverse. Yeses or nos. Judgment is here. So there's something that you can see. There's something that you know. There's something that's plain to tell. Is this love? That might be a question. Where's this out of bounds? I feel like. Is somebody moving? Is somebody leaving? I feel like things are stretched. They're at their ends. Maybe we just don't know how to make things work. I feel like we've bared ourselves, right? With Judgment. We've revealed ourselves. And I feel like that's what this is about, these boundaries, right? We're drawing up like boundaries, setting boundaries somewhat. Judgment. So this is where I feel like maybe like this is where you've like laid out your hand, so to speak. I feel like you've like they know who you are, how you feel, what you're about. Like this is the no games, right? Judgment is like, I am, come as you are kind of a thing. Yes. Learn his lesson and now see the wrongs I'm saying back to now in that relationship. Correct. Okay. Yeah, okay. Spot on. So then, yeah, this lover's in reverse. Dang. So then, I don't know. I mean, as an omen for that, it's like, talk to me about this lover's in reverse. Spirit, tell me more. Dang. You know, Four of Swords in reverse. I wanted to say like, oh, you know, this is like safe place, but it's not safe place. Four of Swords might be safe place, but Four of Swords reverse is like, I don't know, trauma bond or like holding on to something that's slipping through the fingers. Disappointment. Mm, for that Four of Swords to clarify this lovers, I just feel like they're not like there's a lot there's the fire is not contained, right? You got to contain the fire. You got to put the bricks on the outside of the fire and keep the heat in there, right? You're letting all the heat out. I feel like that's what's happening here. Because I feel like you got it. You know, I feel like you got some coals. You know, you got some. You know, you got some fire on your own. You're bringing it to the table. You brought the matches. You got half a fire. You know, but I just get they're not investing fully. That's the issue. They're just not investing all the way. I feel like this is keeping you stuck, and there's a part of you that's realizing that you have to let this go in order for you to move forward and to free yourself a bit here. This is what has you in the indecision. Um, and then again, like it's lovers in reverse. I don't. I think the question is like, is this a love connection? You know, is this true love kind of a thing, or am I keeping me stuck, keeping me tied down, held back, pulled back? I would have liked to see Four of Swords upright. I would like to see Lovers upright. I would like to see Two of Wands upright. Eight of Swords in reverse, it almost suggests that, like, this is like, everything's upside down, but you're not upside down. Am I right? That, like, everything's all turned over, but somehow, like, you've got your fix on the world. You know how the world is according to you, but everybody else got it twisted. It seems like. It seems like this individual does. I feel like that's what you're dealing with. Right. I'm getting that indecision here. I'm getting a lack of security and foundation there. And I'm not really I'm getting that. See, the lovers is indicating that this is the chapter that we're supposed to be on, right? This is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be this love moment. But is the love moment the love moment? And I think that's the question. So if y'all can't, eh, I say y'all, but I mean, if we're not falling into each other, deeper and deeper, I don't think that it's coming together. So I might want to look at you might want to look at the timeline or see like how things have been developing, and they like, is this look at a plane when it lifts off, a runway, and it's got to, go down, go on the straight line, and I feel like he is only in contact with me because I realize his loss of me, but has completely learned yet. And I think that's where it's for you to, like, I don't know, save that face. And how he sees wrongs, I'm saying bad, so now I feel like he's only in contact with me. Yeah. So I think that you got to go within, you got to make a decision, you got to find that peace and really ask yourself, like, is this love? Yes or no? Because I'm not getting yes, but you know, I wish I did. Um, Signs are pointing to you being in an indecisive kind of at your limits, having showed your truth, bared yourself before him, and now having to make a decision kind of in your head about ultimately, like, you are like kind of stuck in this in a level until you let it go. And so that's where you have to make that decision for you of what you're going to do with this. Anything, advice forward, actions. Dang, victory in reverse. Well, I mean, we might not have our answer here just yet. All right. I also feel like, I don't know, like it. This isn't decided. I'm gonna say it's not decided. Give it some time. Lean into it, but hey, I like checking the weather report, right? You know, is it gonna rain? That's what I got. Those are the energies surrounding the situation. Yep, you are most welcome. Yeah, definitely. Come on back with us. I appreciate you, love. You already know the deal. Absolutely, Champagne. Appreciate you. What is up, you? What's up, you? You 1082. We got you on deck. Noha, Assam. Yes, please. Y'all, post your questions, please. And I will read for you as soon as I can. Sonali, I'm here. Oh, that's what's up. You? Yeah, I'm a Leo sun. You already know. You already know. Hey, we shining bright. Yeah, I'm doing very good. Doing very good. We haven't streamed in like the longest, so it's good to be back. It's good to be doing this stream. I skipped over the general read, but I guess we dove right into it. Zach's feelings for me. All right, let's do it. You're no contact. Let's get some energy over the connection. There we go. So signals, constraint, opening. Interesting. Well, so you may be like picking up signals, signs of this individual, you know, things that, you know, remind you of them. I am getting something of a social media kind of buzz on here. I don't know if that's like notifications or something phone related. Just related with communication signals. Constraint though, so somebody's holding back. I feel like both sides are. Um, there's definitely some type of like tension, stress. What is it? I mean, I do get the thorns are really pulling through out of this card for me. Really like cutting into the connection. So like something that there's an elephant in the room, right? There's something that somebody doesn't want to address or, you know, doesn't want to acknowledge. I feel like this is the trouble. Okay, okay. Yeah, so there's it's like we want to say something and we're showing all the signs, but we're holding back so far. I and this one's easy peasy. So we have opening. So something's going to happen, right? Well, first you have to make a decision. So you enter into the yes, right? The 7 and 2 is 14, and that's how we get the yes. That creates the opening, right? Uh, vibration. So all we really need to do is look for the right signal, okay? Right. So look for a signal for an opening, and then you know, uh, allow that to take root and to you know, burn away the the webs and the you know, the, I don't know, everything that's holding you, tying you back from each other, because I feel like you want to, I feel like there's a lot that wants to surface and be communicated, but we just don't know how to go about it. Yeah, but I feel like there's going to be a sign or a moment that comes in. You're going to get, honestly, it'll be the perfect opportunity and it'll point you right where you're meant to go with this 11 here showing. So this is North Nodal. This is meant to teach you something on your journey and teach you more about, I don't know, through life or give you some type of fuel. So it's good energy. It's good energy for you. I see that being how things work out. Yes. Excellent. Definitely. Very happy for you. Thank you. You keep on coming back. Andrea Hall, what is happening? What is Jocelyn's intentions now between us? You're most welcome. Jocelyn. Yes, you may. What's up, Sonali? Sonali? Got you, love. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Andrea Hall, we got you. Shuffling up. What is Jocelyn's intentions now between us? We're gonna find out. We got Sonali after this. What's going on with Jocelyn? Those intentions. Build. I like that. I like that. All right. We have a builder energy. Dance. Okay. Begin anew. So they could definitely want to start something. Let's begin energy. And let's do one more. Yeah. And this one was in reverse too. So we'll read these reversals. Why not? They came out that way. So this is what I'm picking up. Seems to me like this Jocelyn maybe wants to steer things in a different direction or try different things, get out, do something different. I just get that they might not really fit with what, I don't know, the current schema, or I don't know. I just get that they like kind of are going against the grain a little bit. I just got Divine Matrix, Dance, and Ground in reverse. I get the fact that I'm sensing chaos, getting there chaotic, right? Because I just feel like they're like want to do this, I want to do that, and like so very like spontaneous kind of an energy, but someone who wants to like try new things and um I don't know, build or create something. Mm-hmm. With this dance, I feel like she's dancing to like the beat of her own drum. And so then that's where I feel like you could maybe like have misunderstandings or, you know, there's an energetic balance of like getting in each other's way, but only if you may be like occupying the same space, if that makes sense. Um they may be very similar to you like energetically, but they're different. Again, this is where like they march to the beat of their own drum kind of a thing. So they've got a different rhythm. Like even Divine Matrix, it's like their reality is different, right? Um they live in a different world. So it can be like very like whoa, it can kind of like get your head spinning whenever someone comes from like a very different perspective and like approach to life and like they're just thinking different. You're just like, I don't even think that way. I don't even what? I'm like, yeah. So I get this might be a bit chaotic for you. Could be like could create some type of tension or anxiety. I think that there's something fun here. I do think that they're trying to grow and create. So I think there's good energy coming through. I'm not seeing anything bad per se. I just get they're very different. Bliss. Yeah. Well, look, that's a lovely card. So bringing a lot of joy and positivity. You know what? Maybe you just gotta like let go and let, you know, bliss is what's being invited into the connection. So, hey, bliss is a beautiful feeling. Bliss is a beautiful feeling. I feel like she's I don't know, but she's shattering the matrix though, right? Divine matrix, ground, dance. She's messing up your rhythm. But everything does begin anew to start again, but it's blissful. It's very good here. It's building something worthwhile. This is different from you though, right? So this energy is like contrarian. It's contrary to yours. So there's something about this dance card. There is something of a dance. Maybe you'll have to let them take the lead a little bit, you know? The way their energy's coming out. They have this, you know, they got a different kind of world going on. You're kind of getting sucked into their world a little bit, which may be, you know, to experience that or to, you know, to see that, to see their world kind of a thing. That's what you're being invited into, and that's what I feel like that's what this message is about. Opening yourself up to uh, that possibility, the possibility of their world, their intentions. That somehow we could be wired completely different, you know, and still like, huh? You just like you get it all done, you know. That's interesting. You're different. There's something different about you. You do things differently. Love that. Sonali, for you, a general love message. Will do, will do. Oh, I haven't even busted out these cards. I haven't busted out the Egyptian gods. All right, all right. Sonali, we got you. You're welcome, Andrea. Definitely come back. Happy to have you. All right, we're gonna get out this love message. Let's see what's up with Sonali. Space. There we go. That's one. That's two. That's three. Love message for Sonali. Stay optimistic. Okay, you're putting out that energy, and that's what people are picking up, right? Gotta be positive. Got to be positive. Soulmate. That's the vibration. That's the focus. You're on the soulmate frequency, the soulmate transmission, right? You know, that's what you're finding. That's what you're in alignment with, you know? Calling your soulmate. Reconciliation. Interesting. Now, this reconciliation is in relation with the stay optimistic. I feel like this is you getting back into your groove. Right. Sonali got Sonali's groove back. All right. Sonali got their groove back. That's what I'm talking about. No, I feel like you get your groove back. You got to get in the flow. You got to get in your vibe. You got to get fresh. All right? I feel like Sonali got to get with it, you know? Come to life. Come to life. When Sonali comes to life, then that's when the soulmate appears. We have at the top, we have religious factors. Maybe you're too conservative, Sonali. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Let's see. I'm going to read your messages. Yes, right after 2 to 3 years. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you're being called to stay optimistic, but to refine yourself in order to flower, bloom, blossom, right? And in this way, you will draw and attract your soulmate. But I feel like something here. So this religious factors, I feel like maybe this is related with your studies. Kind of same thing. Like it's too like there's a very conservative energy there that is maybe keeping you from, I don't know, those opportunities to have that meeting, right? To have that experience. And I feel like now you're freeing yourself, right? Um by finding yourself again. That's really the truth of it, right? By getting back to you, what really moves you, what you're passionate about, what you enjoy, what brings you here, right? What you're here for. It's getting in touch with that fire, that inner passion, and then from there, like, you light up, and you call in your soulmate. I think it's a matter of kind of like reorienting yourself towards, I don't know, this new you, or just like a positive outlook, love, a positive outlook that you are going to run into your soulmate, that everything's going to happen at just the right time, right? Divine timing is in effect here. And the more you can get in touch with that joy and that higher vibrational self, you're going to be more in alignment with the soulmate reconciliation energy. uh you'll be in the right mix. You'll be in the right mix for manifestation. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. And I don't know, there is a conservatism with that religious factors. Any more advice on this religious factor? Give it to us now. Love yourself first in reverse. Oh, goodness. So we've definitely found the key. You got to love yourself, right? We got to dig into that self love. We're definitely being called to, pay more attention to ourselves, that self care type of thing, right? Take care of yourself. Um, you know, yeah, the body is a temple. Your self respect makes you more romantically attractive. So you're being called to, yeah, just shine bright. Shine bright, get that glow about you. Just, I tell you what, you got this glow up energy coming in for you, right? And as soon as you just like take that seriously and be like, get that in you, get that buzz, get that like, get on that new page, that new chapter of like, yes, we're doing this. I'm in this mode. I'm in this zone right here. I'm in my bag. Then yeah, you're gonna come back to yourself. You're gonna start feeling like yourself again. And all of a sudden that energy radiates out and it's gonna hit somebody, and then two souls come together. Romance, soulmates. It's all coming together in alignment. All right. It's just like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. As soon as you find you, then they'll find you too. Best believe. And that is what I have for you, Sonali. Absolutely. Release your ex is your advice. And if you don't have an ex, if you're single, release your expectations. All right. Sometimes we just gotta get over ourselves. This is the drama card. Drama queen. The time has come to clear your energy, and that is the focus. So definitely clear your energy, right? And I don't know, have some fun. Don't take life too serious, when you're attracting and drawing in someone on the basis of fun and enjoyment. So find that joy and higher self vibration. You're gonna love it. Mumita, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Yes, you may have a reading. What is your question? What can I read for you? Mumita. Mumita, Mumita. Oh, do throw a like on the stream if you can, definitely helps out the stream. Helps us, get our messages out to the world and continue to grow. But may I know what is coming in my love life? There we go. All right, we got a question on the board. Let's do it. Talking about love life, Bumita. We're gonna see what's up. Currently trying to move on from someone with whom I am not in contact. Heard. Let's take a look at love life. It's 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, this one gonna be heavy. Gonna be heavy. All right, Bumita. First off, you got deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. A false self mask, right? So, I don't know. Someone's got to there's some deception, and I almost wonder if there's not some self-deception only because of this heart-to-heart conversation in reverse. Let's get into it. We got finances and career in reverse. I feel like nothing's working, right? Nothing's been working. Things haven't worked out. Or all work and no reward, right? Matched with deception, it's like false promises, false starts, ended up being nothing in the end, or wasn't what it was in the past. Terrible. So sorry to see that. Religious factors and deception. Okay, so this is where you don't gaslight yourself. This is kind of like where your head's spinning and it's like, is it me or is it the world, or is it me or is it the world, kind of a energy. And I get that. Walking out like everybody, you got your walls up, pretty strong. Um, it makes sense, right? Because it's deception energy here. So I feel like you've had to, uh, you know, create very strong boundaries, right, between you and people. Um, Especially because people don't truth, right? Or they have other intentions or kind of just want what they want, right? Heart to heart conversations over here, reverse with the future. There's something you have to be honest with yourself about. There's something that um, are you sweeping it under the rug? Are you not acknowledging it? I feel like this is a conversation that you don't want to have, and this is something that you don't want to do with work. So this is work that you don't want to have to do, and this is a conversation you don't have to talk about. But I feel like there's something we're hiding here. And I feel like it's all bottled up in this ethos style, you know, boundary of not letting anyone in, but I don't know, it being so hard to I don't know, open up at the same time. It feels like I feel like we have to get honest with ourselves here. Now, as far as honesty, these are personal truths. What do you think? What is your opinion? Listening to your higher self, um, you know, and then following that advice. I think there maybe you're not maybe there's something in your higher self that you need to be tuning into, that you're being called to tune in towards. Let's see, what am I going to add onto this read? You know what? I would like. I know what I want. There you are. Yeah, I see you. Okay, okay. And so maybe that was the deception, you know? Uh, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting a sense that yes, that this deception is on both sides, right? I'm definitely picking that up. I'm getting there's a sense of self-deception, but there's also a sense of like other people deceiving you as well, and you having to navigate through both. And that's what makes this reading so challenging, I feel, is that you're trying to navigate both. You're trying to navigate. What's up, Svetlana? Absolutely. Please do. All right. So we're going to clarify. We got warrior energy out front. Over here with work. All right. So you are being called to fight for it. Pick up the warrior's charge. Take on this task. Wow, you got another one too. Normally these cards have titles. You're getting all the mystic cards. This one is meditation. Okay, this is asking you to sit with your higher self and to examine your boundaries. Um, so like, I feel like maybe you're you're keeping like people at arm's length, like you're keeping everybody at, on the outside, like not letting anybody in, kind of a thing, or not letting people, into your, vulnerable, space or energy here. Um, I feel like you're being called to kind of like to sit with this, meditate on this. I I'm definitely sensing there's a lot of healing that's needed as well as tuning into messages from your higher self. One more. As above, so below, in reverse with the heart to heart conversation. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up the heart chakra. Definitely get that heart chakra, you know, aligned, right? Tune into that which you love, right? Try to focus on loving more. Things that you do love, like exercise that heart muscle. If you can, even pets, um, whatever you can find that you still have love for, right? I don't know if it's family, something, but you got to start working that heart muscle. Right, right. And so you got to find the safe people again and kind of rebuild and reconstruct. I'm getting. And I think the boundaries have gotten too, they're too, the fence is too close to the house. You know what I mean? And so now you can't go outside because the fence is all the way up to the door. It is kind of how I feel energetically for you. So I feel like you kind of have to like have this peace, right? Where like you allow people to come into your yard, you know what I mean, without going into your house. And you can feel comfortable being in your yard without necessarily having to bring your house out into your yard, which I feel like is a really good metaphor, but I hope that's coming across appropriately. Yeah, so here's the trouble, right? As above, so below in reverse, we're not manifesting here. This isn't manifestation energy. So I don't see any manifestations happening for you. And I believe it's because there's some mark of self deception going on in this reading. There's something that we're not addressing with heart to heart conversation in reverse and work in reverse. I feel like there's something we need to do. There's something we need to do, or like it's like we're dancing around something. You're dancing around and something, but you've got your nose turned up at it. So I don't know. I feel like you're gonna have a hard time manifesting until you get in alignment with the work that has to be done to unveil some type of truth, ultimately, to cast away this deception. But in order to step into that energy, you're gonna have to become a warrior. You're gonna have to become a warrior, and I think even to ignite that warrior flame, I think you're gonna have to meditate with your higher self and kind of come to a point where you open up the front door and step outside and face the world. Yeah, yeah. And I get that you've kind of come to this point where you're just like keeping out the bad energies, but then you stop, but then it stops, right? And I feel like we're trying to get to the point where we're on this new page, we're on a new chapter, and then good things are coming in for us. And we're in this joy, we're in this abundance, we're in this manifestation. And that's the space that we're needing to be in, that we're called to be in. But this is a charge over here, right? I feel like you're being called to action. You're definitely being called to do more. And I do feel like there's a warning here that this needs to be addressed. There's something here that if this doesn't, there's no manifestation. I don't see the manifestation yet. I see the meditation, picking up a charge, having a tough conversation, and doing some type of work over something that maybe we're not wanting to address, or not wanting to see, or realize. With that deception being there, but I feel like it. I think it's more than just them, but I think it could also be spilling over into self. So it's kind of one of those things where like you can kind of gaslight yourself over the situation because you're confused of like I did pick that up. I picked up a lot of healing that is called in, and that's definitely tied in with the boundaries, with setting those boundaries out. I just I think do we have anything else? like a slay the ego. Slay the ego. Just try to be gentle with yourself, you know? Have that patience. Maybe not have like pressure on yourself to be different, but instead like just allow, you know, and fall into acceptance and allow yourself to view, you know, to experience without necessarily judging the world per se, which you know, you might have had to do, right? But now we get to kind of lower our guards a little bit, or you know, show up and be more present. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, that's the trick. That's where that meditation, I always say you got to sit soft. You got this work is a soft work. The healing work is a soft work. It's not a hard work. It's not like oh, you know, snapping at yourself and getting all hard and beating yourself up, and that's not how that's moving backwards, not forwards, right? We got to support ourselves, you know, healing that inner child, right? Taking your inner child's hand, you know, by the hand and, you know, guiding it forward into the future you, right? Absolutely. Um, it's a deep work. It's a deep work. I get that there's a lot going on, for your read. I don't think we're going to manifest until we step into that warrior energy. And that's just what we're being called into. And yeah, that much I'm getting very clearly. Right, right. And so I think the journey is rediscovering that lost part of you, you know, rediscovering that part of, you know, that inner child, and then wherever that inner child was lost, you have to refine them and then bring them back to the present and then nurture them and allow them to grow so they can continue to develop. You know, these are like parts of self, you know. So yeah, absolutely relate with what you got there, Mumita. Absolutely. Sorry for that. But you have the ability to change the situation. There is a matter of the ego getting in the way. I don't get that this is going to be an easy journey. Magic carpet in reverse. This isn't a fly by night. The magic carpet is the fly by night, and it is not a fly by night type of thing. You know, I think that there may be aspects of the ego wrapped up in this, of this self-preservation that can turn into like a chip on the shoulder. And we can consider this like the ego or us holding space for ourselves, but we might be holding space for a broken or a hurt version of ourselves. And so um it's right now, Svetlana. We're moving on. And so maybe we don't leave that space. Maybe we try to, you know, show up differently, or leave space for us to show up differently. This was a good read. I'm glad that I got this one out for you. I felt like definitely one of the more important reads for me to have done tonight. Good, Mumita. And you know what? Just be soft with yourself. You know, if I could say anything, just be soft with yourself. I don't think you're wrong in your, you know, your ethics and your ethos and why you've like put up those walls. You know, I trust me. You fought so hard for your peace that, you know, It's worth it. But now that you have it, cherish it and see what else you can find. And if you need to, give it a glance and recognize that it's still there for you. It never left. Svetlana, what to expect for you in love? We got you right now over here on Everything Tarot. Umita, you have it. That is your read. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Come back. Come back. Let us know how things are going for you. Definitely happy to read for you. All right. Svetlana on the board. Let's do it. Let's see what to expect. Next in love. Oh, new love. All right, all right. Make the effort. Sat in reverse. Interesting type of energy. Passion. New love. Heart-to-heart conversation. Reverse. Reconciliation. Hidden. But that's what you want. So maybe you want a reconciliation. I feel like it's kind of out of reach, it being on the bottom of the deck, I'm not gonna lie. Children, new beginnings leading to a reconciliation. Perhaps. Let's see. Heart-to-heart conversation. Sitting at the top of the reading. Sat reversed. Jeez, it seems like there's something that we're not... yeah, we're missing something as well. We're missing... It's like there's something that we tried telling ourselves, but we didn't listen. Does that make sense? It's like I tried to get the lesson, but I didn't learn it. I didn't learn the lesson. I have a sense of like needing to relearn a lesson. Maybe this is why that reconciliation energy is here. You feel like you have more to learn. You have another lesson to learn. But we have new love here. Past energy. I feel like this is new you. I feel like you've got a fresh outlook on life, right? I'm getting a sense that you're like vibrant, bright, perky, just like, I don't know. You've got a zest that you're bringing to life. I feel like you're up for it. Kind of a thing, if that makes sense. Heart-to-heart conversations, though. So you've got a chip on your shoulder. There's something that you've been hurt. There's something here. There's something here with that heart-to-heart conversation. There's something that it doesn't want to be addressed. There's the elephant in the room. This is the elephant in the room card. Heart-to-heart conversation. So there's something but something that you're not listening to. That from your higher self. Make the effort in reverse. Yeah. I feel like so we're gonna do things differently, but I feel like we're not doing it according to our higher self. We're just doing it. We're doing it just to see what happens. So you're doing something. You're moving differently just to move differently, in some ways. I feel like you're being called to really make the effort to explore your heart space and see what it is that you truly want. maybe you're getting caught up in the grips of, what you feel like you're supposed to be doing, or what seems like, like instead of letting circumstances dictate outcomes, I feel like you should be you're being called to focus on what you want that outcome to be. What's up, Cozy? Cozy Crowley. We'll get your question out. We've got you next. So, yes, I'm seeing reluctance to step into that work. It may be trouble. There may be difficulty even accessing this heart space at this point in time. I'm willing to see that. Definitely work with the heart chakra. Work on opening up that heart space, allowing new love to pour through. And I feel like from this, then the passion is able to sing. Uh, there's something here. There's something here that there's a conversation of self. There's this heart to heart conversation that you're meant to have with yourself. And maybe it's in exploring the past and realizing that you're all that you needed, right? Is coming to the surface. Yeah, filling your own cup. Filling your own cup. I get a sense of like maybe being jaded or like I don't know, having been hurt here, and that it is showing up in the energy, and I feel like this is why we hold ourselves back at times. I feel like you're gonna have a hard time until this energy fixes, until you make the effort to have these heart to heart conversations and clear this energy. Then you're not gonna get your soulmate. Soulmate's in reverse as long as we haven't gotten in touch with our higher self. So you're really being called to tap in, to tune in, tap in, and get into your higher, get high vibrational. What does this look like? This looks like self care. This looks like self love, um, and holding our like. There's a sense of there's a hurt aspect of self, and this is where like that healing comes in, right? Because like you need to be whole, right? You got to show up, not jaded or anything like that when it comes to this calling in the soulmate or a new connection for you. I feel like this energy is there. We need to explore our heart space and clear out some of that, clear out some of the jade, some of the hurt, some of the pain. We need to get through some things in order to give someone else a fresh start and a fresh chance with our hearts over here. And I feel like there might be just too much on the heart. And it's like, I want all these things, but I've got all this, like, I guess you call it baggage. I got all this, like, stuff I have to process. I got to go through this stuff, and then it won't be, then it'll be processed. But I feel like you need to explore this. Maybe you need a little bit of time, step back, but go in, go inward, and reconnect with you and your heart space, your inner self, your higher vibrational self. Yeah, find you, because I feel like we're going to end up very like surface, very shallow if we don't make this, if we don't dig in now, if we don't dig deeper now and make things have meaning, right? Dig at the meaning behind what you're doing, and how you're bringing it towards life. I feel like, um otherwise I feel like it's a house of cards. It's a house of cards, and something is going to be missing. And what's going to be missing is this. It's this right here. And you can search around and you can go back there, you can find something new here, but what you need is this right now. You need this time, you need this space, and you need to get back to you and rediscover that, and rekindle that. And when that's, when that fire is burning strong, right? Then you're in a good place. Then you're ready. Right? And yeah, I feel like that's where we're at. I feel like that's where we're at. So you're welcome. You're welcome, Svetlana. Thank you so much for coming onto the channel, for coming by the show. For sure. Cozy Crawley, we have you. We have you next. Let's get your readout. Hi, liked what is coming towards me. Oh, thank you for liking the stream, by the way. Thank you, everybody, for liking the stream. Definitely helps us do what we do, get our messages out here. What's coming towards me? Let's find out. I'm here for it. I'm going to give you all the archetype energy. Let's see. Let's get some majors. Oh, hidden. Lovely. The Wheel of Fortune. Transformation. Coming down. Chariot. Sap reverse. Chariot reverse says we're not going anywhere. Moon says something's hidden, or something that's unseen, something that we can't see is holding us back or keeping us from going where we want to go. Wheel of Fortune, I feel like our wheels keep spinning, or we're trying different things, but nothing's moving. We keep changing the dynamic, but something's fundamentally flawed, off. It's hidden though. You're not sure what it is. It could be emotional. Let's explore. Well, thank you so much, love. Thank you for the kind words, Svetlana. It's a nice, cozy stream. Okay. Right. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. White Lady, Mother of Pearl sat in reverse over here with Chariot. That is a definite confirmation on the lack of manifestation. Things not going anywhere, things not manifesting. This is an as above, so below card. Yeah. Challenges with manifestation, like a bubble. Interesting. Bubble is also dealing with illusion. This card relates with groundedness. Notice we have 45, we have 90. So there's a growth aspect here. There's something we need to grow out of. All right. Maybe I'm sensing, maybe it's a childish mindset. Maybe. Easy. Hey, we can all be childish in some ways, and sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's limiting. I feel like there's a bubble, right? There's a bubble here. And a bubble is it's artificial, right? It's not there's something very what is the word? Luminous, right? It's very mystic, phantasmic. It's a fantasy, the bubble, right? Piscean energy. So this is related with the dreamlike state. This also has to deal with Yasod. We are dealing with the moon. I get a sense of illusion, is what we're going to call this energy. All right. This is definitely illusion energy. All right. This is here in the past. So there's something that, like, we think that things work one way and they don't work that way. However, we think things work, they don't work that way. Maybe we just put it together. We assumed it would work that way. We see other people and it seems to work that way. I think we need to re examine the puzzle here. There's some hidden aspects. We got to get our feet on the ground and I pop the bubble, burst the bubble, if you will. Come out of emotional waters and to more solid foundations when it comes to finding this movement and getting actual traction when it comes to this manifestation over here. Okay, let's see, Wheel of Fortunes, we have changes and we have recall or memory. I'm getting a sense that you're utilizing your spirit to somehow, I don't know, tap into, like, this could be past life, or this could be like early childhood of like how you used to be, or like your this could also be like your soul, right? So like your soul kind of energy as well. I am getting that. I'm getting like definitely a charge about you, all right? Um like you have a very like firm energy, kind of like you know who you are, all right? You know your purpose, your place, kind of a thing. This is the soul urge. This is a soul urge. So you know that you have something that's pulling you in a direction. Like you have something you're meant to, but you're not, because you have to find more practical ways of going about it. And maybe time is a factor. Um, but I feel like we're gonna keep kind of rearranging things or trying things from a trying a different way in order to make it work. You know, so I feel like you're trying to like get everything to kind of click into place, if you will. With 10 and 50, I feel like you've met a challenge, right? You've ended up in a challenged space. I feel like you're being urged to maybe step back and look at the practical side of your journey and what it is that you actually need to do. Like, what does that look like step by step or action wise? Maybe we're just getting like, there's just so much going on here that like we're getting kind of lost in the sauce. Okay. I think so. Oh, what's up? What's up, Jeebus? What's up, love? We have you there. I have y'all's questions. Thank you. Let's see. Let's get an outcome for this read, and then I'll kick it over. Oh, High Priestess. Discernment. Intention, right? Um, Higher mind itself. And knowing right from wrong. Knowing what is for you versus what is not. So you're being called to work with that intuition. We definitely want to fix this manifestation and get movement going for you. In order to do that, we're going to need to see what's hidden and pop the bubble to remember who we really are, which is someone who is more than capable of gaining ground and gaining traction and getting through whatever is holding us back here. But I feel like we need to be more practical. I feel like we are being called into practical approaches. All right. That's what I have for you. Thank you, Cozy Crowley, over here. Love. We have you on the board. Love. Are there two male souls in my body? Interesting. Interesting question. You know. And Jeebus, we do have your question. How's my relationship with Matia going to be? That's cool. All right. Are there two main souls in my body? What a question. What a question. What's up, BM Gamer? Oh man, we're just on and popping now, aren't we? Very cool, very cool. Welcome to the stream. You. Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords. We got the Hierophant set reverse. I have one more. I have your question. Thank you, gamer. And we got Hermit set reverse. Let's pull this one. Conflict type energy. Wow, interesting. We pull a conflict card for your two souls in your body. You could definitely be feeling conflicted. Let's see. Justice in reverse. Vedangi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in. Justice in reverse. Wow. Hierophant reverse. Let's see. We're seeking justice. What's in reverse? Hidden. Hermit reverse. Conflict. Knight of Swords. I am definitely getting very, very chaotic energy coming out of you. Yes. Well, here's the thing about it. If you do have two souls, you're never alone. With the Hermit in reverse, you know, so you always got somebody. On the other side, extreme conflict here. Wow, we've got conflict at the head of the reading. We've got Hierophant in reverse, so there's no rules. It's absolute chaos. There's no clarity. There's no bright light, right? There's no guiding light in the distance with this Hermit energy in reverse. Even justice, so like structure and the way that things, you know, give and take, reciprocity, challenged. All of these are challenged. I'm sensing like a great deal of inner conflict. All right, we have this Knight of Swords here. You know what? I'm sensing that there's, you know, maybe there is two souls, or better yet, that, you know, we're tearing the one soul into two. You know, are you going like very grossly, like extremely against your soul urge or your soul mission? Because that's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like, right, and it shows exactly too. So here we have Hierophant, but reversed, right? So not holding law and order, chaos instead of order, right? More chaos, fighting. And then we have a split. These are going opposite, right? We have the Knight of Swords, who's got a bright idea, going that way. And then we have Hermit, right? Archetype energy. You know, what's it called? Star energy, right? Clarity in a higher self, purpose, vibration, opposite sides. Here's the thing. Life has pulled you in a place where you're going against your soul urge. You are tearing yourself apart. You are not in alignment with your spiritual self. That's the trouble. I don't think that you're living a life that's in alignment with your higher self. So your higher self wants to go one way, but then your lower self is forced to go another way. Maybe you're doing this for money, but your spirit's like, oh, I don't even resonate with that. So I feel like this is because we have the root of it is this ethos. I feel like we have given this up. Um, you want a yes or no answer? Are there two male souls in your body? I get a sense that you're conflicted, and I get a sense that yeah, yeah, there could be. You know what? There could be. There could be. Yeah. This is absolute down to the root conflict and uh, split. And I feel like you're just gonna have to pick a side here. You're gonna have to pick a side or have a conversation that aligns both. I think you can unite them. I think you can get them both on the same journey or the same track, and then you won't feel ripped apart, you know? So whether it's one or two or 10 or 1,000, it doesn't really matter. If you're in alignment, then you're not going to experience such a pull, right? You'll just be walking with your spirit family, right? You'll be walking with the ancestors at that point. Um, so I I kind of see that a little bit like that. That's what I got for you, love. Yes, I would say so. I'm sensing some very different urges between one and the other. I feel like one is a soul urge and the other one is a, I don't know, financial. I'm kind of getting. All right, you're welcome. Let's move forward. Jeebus coming through. How is my relationship with Mattia going to be in the coming months? We're going to see. We shall see. And again, thank you everybody for liking the stream, showing that love, and definitely come on back. Oh, I'm gonna plug my tablet in. Yeah, there she goes. All right, let's get two more. Appreciate the love, love. Thank you. Appreciate you, gamer. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're very different. They're definitely pulling. I just feel like you could I feel like you get in alignment with those two. Once you get them in the same direction, then you're going to feel a lot less like I feel like even like physical tension, like you're like will physically feel more at ease or more at peace. You can have a big spirit family, going on. You could be rocking a serious collective, you know. And that can be heavy too. If you've got like some really like some ancestors that are really on you heavy, like that can definitely funk with your energy, especially if you're moving in a direction that ancestors aren't really looking too favorably on. All right, so we're checking out for Jeebus Matthias, right? Mattia? How's my relationship with Mattia going to be in the coming months? All right, let's set this up. You and you. Healing family issues. Set on reverse. Past life relationship set in reverse. Free yourself. This could be the one. Wow. Okay. Seems like a lot of roadblocks. I'm getting a lot of. Why does it seem so? Healing is in reverse. Past life relationship reverse. And free yourself is in reverse. It's like we can't be who we are. We can't be who we need to be. Say what we need to say. This is it's just I'm getting very strained. It feels very like choked, you know? Very closed off. Like I don't know. It feels like you can't do everything in this connection. Or at least like not everything that you want to, not all the time. But I do see some I see the attachment though, or at least maybe even idealization. Um no, no it's not. You're next. You're after this one. V. But there's an attachment to this whole situation here. You want to make it work. I see that, but we're blocked. There's something in this connection that's I feel like it's hard to communicate here, or like when we try to heal, like things fall on deaf ears, like we're not like we listen, but we don't understand, or we don't get it the same way as you get it. We see things differently here. And so I think that's the trouble, is that there's a fundamental difference of view, right? There's a different viewpoint here. It's a different perspective. And I don't think that these are copaesthetic per se. I'm getting that like we kind of look at the world differently. And when we look at the world differently, we create different worlds for ourselves. We're not living in the same world, is the trouble. And so it's like you could be living in your world and then you go into their world. You know, sometimes your worlds merge and then all of a sudden things are coming up that don't come up for you in your world. And it's like they don't come up for you because those are non issues for you, but they're issues in this person's world. And the thing is that you can't do anything in their world because it's their world. And there's nothing you can do because you're in your world to do anything in that world because your world is just fine. And so that's the level of mismatch that we're talking about. We're talking about someone who's constantly repainting the holographic reality into a perspective that is not in alignment with your core beliefs or perspective. And that is what keeps tripping up the connection. Man, I miss doing this. This is great. This is awesome. Yeah. Oh, we're getting the messages. Yeah. Does that make sense? This is Jeebus. This is Jeebus in YouTube. Well, that's what I got for you. All right. I feel like that was very deep. All right. I felt the connection there. Um, someone's not giving this a chance. And so yeah, that could I'm thinking a lot of that could apply. All right. I'm thinking much of that could apply here. As well as yeah, someone's not giving this a chance. I feel like maybe someone isn't Again, I feel like this is more of like when they want it kind of a situation, but I don't think that they're committed here. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for your question. I don't think it's gonna go the distance. That's what I think. I don't think it's gonna go the distance. But not that it couldn't. I think just see it for what it is. I think on that level too. Okay, so mine there's a third party too, and she looks a lot at me. I don't even know. Yeah, Vendongi, we got you. We got you. I'm just reading these. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Where is your question? Ben? I don't see your question. You retracted your question. Okay, you're the one in the medical college. Okay, okay. You're welcome. Keep on coming back. Like I say, the tarot is much like the weather. You might want to check your cards and see what your energies have to say. Let's see. What are we gonna go with? It's medical college. Medical college. You know, you're gonna get the angel cards, and you know I could do these. These are just as fine. We'll do these. Oh, we had BM first? Ah. Alright, Ven, it's going to be a quick yes and no, alright? Because you got a really easy question. You going to medical college? Yes and no. Let me see. Bruv. First card. Survival. Reverse. And this is survival. This is not a thriving card. This is barely hanging on. Make it. Reverse. Definitely could be a lot of trouble. I would watch your back, buddy. Oh my god. Phoenix. This is Phoenix. What does the Phoenix do? The Phoenix rebirth, right? Reverse. I don't know. There's no second life here, all right? Survival reverse. These are both dealing with life, too. These are both kind of life aspects. Rebirth and staying alive. One more. Recall memory. Over here, survival. There is an 11 here. There is a north node for you. 3, eternal life. I mean, if you give your life over to it, give your life to it, then you will get it. You gotta give your life to it. I don't really get that you would be like, I don't get that this is really like something you're forcing. This is something you want because you want it. Because, oh, I want that. I don't think it's written in the stars like, oh, you're meant to be this. Not at all. I think you want it. You want the status. You want the money. You want the whatever comes with it. But I don't think it's meant for you. Necessarily have a knack for it or an aptitude for it. I just, not that you would be bad, but I'm not sensing any talent here. So this is a matter of you doing it because you want to, like choosing to. Yes. If that's the case, go through all of the motions. And I think in that way, you're going to have to really put in the work. Like you're going to have to give yourself completely over to it. And you have to go through all of the steps and all of the motions. There's nothing here for you to there's no right? There's nothing in here for you to tap into to make it easy. There's no easy street. This isn't easy. I feel like you're going to have to, make your in this and you will get back what you put in, but exactly that and nothing else. So you have to throw yourself in here. You're gonna have to dig in, do the work, and sink or swim. Sink or swim, baby. Yeah, definitely. Survival and Phoenix in reverse. You are on your own. This is what Spirit says. You could do it though. You could do it with that 33. You will get back what you give, 1,000%. BM gamer, let's do it. Andrea, welcome into the stream. Great to have you here. Absolutely. My spiritual brother. Appreciate you. Absolutely. You already know. My sister. And Brian, current feelings of my ex-K. Reading for the K. She looks a lot at me and also nervous, but we do not talk. Okay. Get a little more shuffle here and there for you. Got the ones. Got the twos. Got the threes. Okay. What's going on with K? For Brian. Okay, well, you got reconciliation here on the front. Worth waiting for in reverse, though. Free yourself in reverse. It is safe for you to love in the reverse. Dunno, friend, dunno. Is this a toxic connection? Can we be honest? Is there something toxic here? Do we need to talk about? I'm seeing codependency. I'm seeing that right there. This could be your energy. I might be sensing that a little. Codependency, Okay, yeah, I'm getting that. So you're the codependent, and I think she's the narcissist. I'm getting that she's the right. She's being you as codependent. You as kind of needy. But she's coming on. First off, worth waiting for is in reverse. This is not worth waiting for. You're not missing out on anything. Free yourself also in the reverse. We would want this one to be upright. We would want this one to be upright. I knocked the card. We would want this one to be upright. That's safe for you to love. We would want that to be upright. So yeah, I'm getting it's not safe for you to love. This isn't worth waiting for, and there's no freedom here in the future. You're only going to get barricaded, right? I do see a reconciliation here, but it is not a reconciliation worth waiting for, and it is not safe for you to love for this reconciliation. They are opposites, right? It's safe for you to love, just not this reconciliation. I don't like this energy. I don't like the dynamic. I feel like you're too attached. I don't feel like this person is a safe place for you. I think, I don't know. I just feel like you're being you're like a plaything in this person's hands, which isn't a fun feeling. I feel like they're having their fun with you. I don't know. Take it, leave it, kind of an energy. Um, I don't know. That codependency, narcissist dynamic. Can we give it anything else on this person's energy over here in codependence? Lilith, thank you so much. Love. Appreciate the love. Love. Love your positive energy. Express your love here in reverse. I mean, if that's their clarification, they don't have love for you, or yeah, I mean, like, what, they hate you, they're reluctant to express any type of affection your way. This feels like withholding. That's what it is. It's a withholding energy, right? Of not expressing type of thing. I don't know, bro. I would stay away from this connection. I'm not seeing any signs here that this is like particularly positive or something that you want. I do see that this can come back and goes. New beginning. This could be the one. I see you getting, this is a karmic, bro. This is karmic type energy. An open mindset reverse. I feel like they're closed-minded. Yeah. Yeah. This person, I feel like they make it like it's always your fault, something that you do, something that you did, kind of a thing. Um, I don't know. You're always going to be the bad guy. You're always doing something wrong, kind of energy coming out here. And this is why they can't express their love. I don't know. I don't. Where's the love? Where's the love here? I don't see the love. I don't see the love. Feelings towards you? Kind of last heart-to-heart conversations. They won't be honest with themselves. Healing family issues. Yeah, this person's got problems. I feel like there may be a part of that. There may be something in you. They're attached too, though, but they won't admit it. There's something. What is it? What is it? Wedding, healing family issues. Talk to me, spirit, with the heart-to-heart reverse. Something that they have not. I feel like this could be like family related. Definitely family related. Like parents, like something in their. It said this deals with their family dynamic. This is like how they were raised. This is the environment they grew up on. This is what wired this person this way. Okay, and they're kind of hung up on you, but they honestly they kind of look down on you. Um, but they kind of get off on like feeling like they're better than you. It's just it's messed up energy, bro. It's messed up energy. I highly do not recommend this for you. I would say work on that healing space. What spirit really wants you to do, look, this is a chastity card, all right? Worth waiting for, all right? But it's not like people say chastity and take it in the wrong. Raise your vibration, get in the healing, get in that wholeness, healed space, all right? Pour into your own cup, please, right? Free yourself. This is what, this is, you got to stay away from this to get this, but you want to get free. That's what's worth waiting for, is this freedom. It was you freeing yourself and being your own person again, right? Tapping into that third eye, right? The unicorn, right? And, pushing out that vibration, that psychic energy, getting into the, the manifestation of what it is that you want. But you have to be at cause, not at effect. That's what I have for you. All right, my friend. What have we got next? Lilith. looks like. Or Andrea. Andrea, if you have a question, I don't see your question. No. No, I don't see your question, Andrea. So Lilith, we have you, Lilith. Lilith, could you please look into my past? I have a sneaking suspicion I've been hijacking some general readings with my energies. Huh, pretty please. You know, I have felt that way before myself, and I always like immediately like turn off the read, like clear the energy. I send back the read. You know what I mean? If I don't resonate with a read, I'm like, this is not my read. And I'm always like, I don't know, they're not my reader. I don't think they're my reader. BM Gamer, thank you. Thank you. Come back, and wish you the best for your situation. So you've been hijacking some people's general readings with your energies. Well, let's see what's going on. I gave you a tarot shuffle, but we're gonna zoom out. We're gonna go an order higher in magnitude. I have to pull out the red deck. Oh, we never mean to, you know, just yeah, I mean they'll be good readings. They'll be such good readings, you know. It'll kind of, you know, kind of match. Alright. So what's been going on with you in general readings? What is the energy? What is the nature? What is the dynamic? Lilith and past readings? Hijacking general readings? What is the relationship with the reads? I got a reverse. We got two. Okay. One more. Talk to me. Okay. Heart drop. Self-preservation. Tree spirit. There's a whole reversal read. We're gonna have to see what's up with this. And transformation. So this is that earth energy. You know, well, tree spirit, guardian energy as well. Hanging over the top of the read. Sat in reverse. And your relation with the general readings for collective and how you're relating with collective. Okay, well, first off, all of these cards are in reverse. All of them. As far as relates with your past, I mean, I'm just going to read for you. Because I don't necessarily know what generals that you read, per se. This is like... Okay, this is a warrior energy in reverse, suggesting that, I don't know, have you maybe walked away from some fights or some battles, maybe that you no longer needed? Tree spirit also, maybe something that wasn't worth defending here, or something that no longer needed your protection. Could be. Okay. Self-preservation in reverse with tree spirit in reverse. But it almost came from a selfless kind of space. Maybe you let something go selflessly that you were overprotecting, I feel like. And so maybe this is like kind of, yeah, even with the heart drop in this reverse. What a curious spread. Now that I'm looking at the energies, it's almost like an undoing. This is like an unentanglement. It's almost like letting someone go. I don't know. It almost reads like it really does read like true love, if you ask me. Um, it's the kind of like, I would want what's best for you kind of a thing without me in the picture. So there's a sense of selflessness here and not feeling a need to control or change any of it or take any of it for yourself. Huh. Maybe it's just meant to be here to help the collective grow. And so maybe that's it. Maybe it's not really for you, but you lent your energies to those generals so that way they might grow and that the readers might tap in so they could channel that story, channel your story, or fragments, some of the energies, um, some of the lessons and understandings from those. And that's what you're resonating with, and that's what they're pulling out of you, and that's what its purpose is it's fuel for other people's transformations, and it has nothing to do with you. So you have contributed as collective, but selflessly, in a way that doesn't control at all and allows for everything to grow in its own way and transform as according to its own will or desire. Beautiful, indeed, beautiful energy. Yeah, absolutely. I really wasn't sure what was gonna come through out of this or what this was really trying to say, but I am seeing a hands off of the wheel kind of approach and just like just steering itself. Like I'm here, but it's doing it, you know? And if it's gonna go that way, then it's gonna go that way, you know, kind of a thing. But I don't know. I get that you're here for it though, you know, almost like a silent observer, like not influencing it, not pulling it or pushing it, but letting it be and just witnessing. You're a witnesser. You're a witness. You're an observer. Um, and in that way, I feel like that's what makes it real, right? Because someone has to bear witness. And so I feel like that's what you're doing is you're bearing witness. And so you're allowing it to you're the ground. There's the positive, there's the negative, there's the ground. You're neutral. You're more from the line of spirit, how I feel about it. So, very cool. Very cool energy. I definitely resonate with what this is saying. And I think it reveals more layers of how all this comes together, of all the energies that are at play in this work. Very cool question. Very deep question. I'm glad you brought it forward. So thank you. Thank you for your question, Lilith. Yeah. Coolness. Coolness. Is there anything we can take forward? Wow, look at that. Purification. Pure energy. Yeah, I know. Your hands are clean, right? These are the clean hands right here. Your hands are clean. No, there's something, I don't know. It might even be purifying of your own kind of energies, just to connect or, channel in that way and kind of let that stuff like flow through you. And even then, like even in that silent act, I think it can still have a a powerful effect. Love that. Love that. Absolutely love that. Well, that one's different. That one was different. I dug that. I dug that reading a lot. Awesome. Keep coming back. Coming back. Yeah. Andrea, we have got you next. Will my daughter and I ever get a chance to move out of this garage at my daughter's godparents' house anytime soon? We're going to take a look. We're going to examine the archetypes. That's a cool read. I appreciate it. That's 1, 2. Please do. Please do. Yeah, lend your energy to the collective. That's what's up. You are more than welcome to transform these readings, to transfigure them. I'm sure you are here for a very good reason. You certainly have a strong energy about you. That is that was a cool read. That was a cool read. Oh, I love reading cards. Like, how do you even answer that? Oh, there's an answer. All right. So, will my daughter and I ever get a chance? Living goddess, it's out in reverse, right? We are not grounded, right? Even hot seat, that being a 4. Stability, out reverse. Yeah. So, purification on your hidden, what you're seeking. And you feel like it would just be such a burden off of your soul, your spirit, if you were just free. You had this free space, this living space for yourself. Feel like I don't know, kind of like your work would be done, or like it would be a milestone. It would be definitely major milestone set here for you. Wow. Okay. Mind blowing. So, yeah, you really can't believe like how long it's been. Um, yeah, that it's been this long. It feels like it's always something else, like something after another, one thing after another, cycles, but you feel like you keep getting pulled back into this space. Like you just feel stuck. And that's the thing, is that you're manifesting this space. So this is actually like being manifested, because this is a manifestation energy, right? So everything is bringing you back here. Everything's drawing you back to this point. You try to leave and then you get drawn back into here. I feel like you've lost a lot of your power here, or you feel very like you don't have your power with living goddess set in reverse, right? It's not your space. It's not yours. And maybe this is impacting your ability to feel like in touch with your ability to manifest, or think differently. Mind blowing, blow your mind. There's something about this. There's a realization here. There's something you have to realize. It's always the math. What is 8? 8 and 40. What in the world is 8 and 40? 5? Let's see. So challenge. So you got a challenge number here with your 5. It's gonna require work, giving it relating with the 5. Okay, so you're gonna have to. It's gonna take some kind of work. Work is going to be the answer here. Blow your mind. You need a perspective shift. Like, however we're thinking about things, our mental approach, complete revamp. I feel like we're just approaching it from the wrong side at this point. You know, go up the other side of the mountain, not this side of the mountain. We're on the wrong face at this point. Just complete, try a different angle. Um, yeah, stop trying to scale the cliff at this face because it's not doable. I feel like we got to change. We got to change. We want to see different things. We got to do different things to see different results, right? And to break out of this loop, right? To break out of these eights, to break out of these cycles is going to require a complete perspective shift out of here. Okay, and the idea is that yeah, stability, stability, stability. We got 444. You're in a really safe place. I feel like maybe mentally, like as far or energetically, I should say, as far as like, because nothing's going to happen. I guess. Like things are safe right now, and so there's a certain amount of security in that, and I feel like that is what you're attached to or fixated on is like that level of security, and that's gonna have to go away, and you're gonna have to have some more of this vulnerability and enter into the hot seat. And I feel like that's what we're avoiding is we don't want that part of it is the struggle part. Is that like coming out of that maybe is going to be a serious struggle. And I think there's going to be a lot of it's not the loss of comfort, but I think it's the stress or the weight of like what if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? Or do I have enough? Is it gonna be enough? Like I get a sense of like worry energy. It just feels like worry's holding you back or keeping you from being focused on what it is that you need to move forward here. And so it's more about just having like a stable mental foundation where like you're not like your mind's not racing, you're not like but like you feel like okay, I'm on the right path, like things are working, they're flowing for me. You've got a plan. Like I feel like this is what you need. You need that four energy. You need some structure, you need some plan, you need some goals, you need stuff to keep you on that, track, if you will. Um and that way you'll be supported, right? By nature of the four. So you're really being called to tap into the four to counter the eight here. You really got to break it down, right? When that eight breaks down, you got to make a decision, and that decision is usually about upping that foundation, right, and getting that much stronger so you can support, a new cycle over here, which we're gonna call that growth, right, off of the eight. So that's how it's breaking down. Okay, I'm gonna read your comment. I lost my house, so my daughter and I had to move in with her godparents and room in the garage. We've been here since June, because they asked me when I'm moving out. Oh, so that's the hot seat. Okay, and I feel like you are in the mind. You are. Maybe that's what blew your mind here. Maybe this has you're like feeling unstable. Um, let's see. See, that would have you in the hot seat. Maybe are you freaking out about this or has this not hit you yet? Are you kind of like still in like disbelief kind of an energy? Cuz with this hot seat reverse, it's almost like I almost get a sense like you're not feeling it. Not like I'm not feeling that, but like you're like it's like a numb kind of like your ears are ringing like shell shock. Like what? Like, what did you say? Like, say that again, kind of an energy. Um, yeah, yeah, that's this hot seat. I feel like it hasn't even hit you yet. Yeah, so your mind is completely blown. Yeah. And living goddess, you're not on stable ground. You're not on firm ground or in that goddess energy, unfortunately. Well, I think we're gonna see a shift. I mean, clearly the shift is here for it. Um, you have nothing but fours and eights in this reading, I tell you. It is 48, 8, 40, 4, and 14. You have nothing but fours and eights in your reading. This is all about foundation, stability, grounding, and cycles for you. So you're entering into a new cycle. You're being called into a new cycle. One is ending because we have an eight coming down. All right. And then mind blown blue, you're going from 40 to 4, and the 4 is in reverse, which is no stability, and we're losing a 10, which is completion. So we're going from basically a whole to a not whole, and then not supported. So you're gonna have trouble. And then 8 to 4, both reverse, is no. So we're gonna have to spin things around. So look, I'm gonna fix the energies, and it's gonna turn things up, not down for you. It's gonna be the real, but we're gonna fix the other energy, and it's gonna work it all out. So watch this, right? First off, hot seat. All right, boom. You are in the hot seat. You are. You gotta walk into that. You gotta step into that. You have to accept that. That is your future. It is on you. You are in the hot seat, right? But now we can acknowledge it. Now we can see it. Now we can work with that, right? Recognize that. Now you can face that, right? Instead of, ignoring it, blocking it out, or, we can see it. We can breathe. We can break it down. But here's the better one, living goddess. You're getting your power back too. That's huge right there. You stepping into this hot seat, you're taking your power back. So yeah, it's scary. Yeah, it is on you, but there's a lot that you can do here, right? You're capable of a lot. You are the living goddess over here, embodying growth, embodying the divine, as well as the ability of manifestation, and you are equipped with manifestation here. This hot seat is going to make diamonds, all right? It's going to force creation. It is going to force stability, right? But you're being called into this energy of, I feel like we almost got to snap out of it. We almost got to snap out of it and get these foundations, get some foundation laid down. You need a plan. You need some goals, you need a plan, you need structure. And you need to set up a roadmap of how you're going to get out of this situation and what those steps are, what needs to be done in order to move things forward. And you might have to break it down goal by goal and just play it real practical like that. Um, but that's working with the four energy, getting grounded and looking at, what everything sits on as far as seeing this come to fruition for you and being a success, because you have 14. All right, that's what you're seeking, purification. I feel like that's freedom, that is bliss. You'll be so happy in this space, and there's a completion, there's a 10 here of fulfillment, and this is success on many levels and vibrations for you. So all you really need to do is play the game. I mean, step up. I mean, step up to the hot seat, right? And it is a hot seat. There's no beating around the bush on that. It is what it is. So you're being called into this energy, and this is going to be a dramatic complete shift, but this is what's needed. This is what's necessary. This is what's going on at this time. Complete mental shift. You're stepping into the hot seat, but I don't want you to avoid it. I want you to step into your power here and let that really manifest for you a beautiful, peaceful resolution over here. All right, so that's what I got for you. Beautiful energy, purification, and you'll be so pleased with yourself. I know. Well, y'all, that is 2 hours. That's 2.5 hours. Quick, just like that. I appreciate y'all. I'm definitely going to be streaming way more often. Yeah, we're back. We're back. I set up a lot of gear over here, so we've got an upgraded camera. We've got microphone and broadcast and audio equipment and all this stuff. So either way, I wanted to make the stream a lot better in terms of quality. And this was kind of random, but I was itching to stream. I've been missing reading so much, you guys. So uh, as always, thank you for coming out, right? Checking out the stream. And yeah, we're gonna be back on. We're gonna be on normal hours, like regular hours. This is a late night, but this was the one that's needed for the ones that need it. So love you guys. Appreciate y'all. Lilith, thank you so much. I appreciate your energy. You were awesome. Definitely dug your energy for the stream today. I'm glad you came out. Glad you caught it. We're going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all stay up, stay positive, stay happy, and be that light in the world that, I don't know, that people just love to love, right? And yeah, have a good night. All right. I'm Niko. Y'all be easy. Peace.